Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the We All Juggle Knives channel and my review of this, the BRS Tuffknives Imp Tanto. BRS is Blade Runner Systems. They also make balisongs. I will include a link to their website. So this is a pretty cool little fixed blade. It comes in this very nice and sturdy zippered case. Right? It also comes with a Kydex sheath, as you can see there. And the stats on this knife, well, it is a short fixed blade. The blade length is 2.625 inches. That is AUS 8 steel. It has an acid stonewash. The handle scales are polished G10. It is full tang, of course. And as you can see, that sheath has a rigid belt clip, right? And that can rotate, so horizontal or vertical carry. It's a well-designed sheath because it has that little part where you can push off with your thumb to free the blade. Now, this small fixed blade, first of all, in hand, you can see how small this is. It's designed to replace a folding knife. Look how thick that stock is, right? So it's very strong for a small little blade, right? So if you've had a folding knife that broke on you, or a folding knife where the lock failed, you might consider replacing it with one of these. The sheath does hold it very securely. It's well designed because it has good retention. It is silent, but it's not too tough. You won't struggle to free the blade. So like the sheath. Now this was sent to me by BRS, right, Blade Runner Systems, and I promised them that I would put it through or demonstrate it doing a series of everyday cutting chores, which I will do. That is coming up, right? And BRS says that this is based on Tough Thumb's early designs. Like, I remember those, dude. I remember years ago, like the Tough Toads, the friction folders, the small fixed blades. If you're a person that has followed him through the years, right, from just the beginning days to his successful production deals, I mean, this is like a part of history, all right? So it's also a collectible, you know, from the mind of Tough Thumbs. It's a good-looking knife. Look at the facets there. The machining is right on. This is the second BRS knife that I have reviewed. The first is at the top there. That's the BRS Evolve Line Apache folder in S35 VN steel. I've done a full demonstration review of that. I will include that video in the text description box so you can check out that previous review. Like I said, S35 VN. So if you want, you know, that super steel, consider the Apache. I'll also include a link to the BRS website. As I said, you can check out, they're known for balisongs. All right, so here is some whittling with this blade. Now, blade shape and, you know, kind of the width of this blade, it's not really meant as a whittler, but nonetheless, I wanted to put some use on it. And basically, it's thicker than a whittling knife would be. However, because it does come very sharp, I did want to show you it biting into that wood. And we're going to make a little spike. Did you see me checking to see if it was very windy that day? So I was checking to see if the wind had actually blown the camera off where it's supposed to be, right? But yeah, it was decent at the whittling. Yeah, so this whole idea of carrying a small fixed blade instead of a folder for everyday carry, you know, that's more popular than you might think. I hear from a lot of people, just viewers, and about 10% of them say that they do carry a small fixed blade in preference to a folder, mostly for the typical reasons. Either they use their knife harder than your everyday person, or they just like fixed blades, or they had a folder fail on them, they had a lock fail or something like that. All right, so there you see my handiwork. It was pretty decent at making that shard of firewood pointy. So there you have it. You need this to make pointy sticks. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to put some usage on the blade. Okay, next up, we got the food channel. Yeah, we got chopped on YouTube, except I eliminated all the other contestants, if you know what I mean. No, just kidding. All right, that's a red onion. Yeah, we're getting healthy. We're getting healthy in the 2020s. Right, so compared to a kitchen utility knife or a paring knife, this is thicker than that. But because it did come so sharp, it still can do what I need to do. Yeah, a presentation is important. I watched that. Yeah, I watched that freaking Food Network. Presentation is everything because you eat with your eyes. Now, I eat with my my ears. Actually, I'm kind of weird. No, just kidding. All right, that's a radish. Before I kind of got into healthier eating, I had no friggin' idea what a radish even was. I don't know. I don't think my mom knows what a radish is either. I don't even know if they have those in the Philippines. All right, that's some bok choy. That's pretty good too. All right, so this is doing a really nice job. I mean, if you were like a backpacker or something and you actually really did want to cut up your food, this could do it. Especially the sub-tip. When you draw the sub-tip through, it makes it great for draw cuts because it's kind of like the tip of a utility knife. That is the sub-tip of that Tanto. But anyway, so it's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, I did lose some weight in the last year. A little more than a year, and it was mostly from eating like vegetables and like broccoli and stuff like that. But there it is as your paring knife, and there's your dinner. Eat up. Yes, you will definitely lose weight. If that's your dinner, you'll definitely lose weight. But this came very sharp. The grind was done correctly, as you saw from those close-ups. What is this? This is the utility chore, just like cutting up, breaking up some boxes, cutting them to strips, whatever. You probably wouldn't have to do this much cutting with it. But let's say that you forgot your utility knife, and maybe you just have to open a box, right? So one or two or three draw cuts into a cardboard package to open your box. But of course, they don't pay me to do one or two cuts. You gotta grind it out on YouTube. And now this is like the third task where this knife is thicker than the knife you would generally use, right? It's way thicker than a utility knife blade. But of course, this being a fixed blade, if you made it as thin as a utility knife blade, it would just bend. It wouldn't be stable enough. Wouldn't be a good knife. So the moral of this story is, don't forget your utility knife. But if you do, this is passable, right? A passable backup. Your small fixed blade. Yeah, that one piece is bendy, but there was more. But you get the idea, right? So again, mainly it did okay just because it had come quite sharp. So final thoughts. Well, first of all, this is available at Knife Center, Blade HQ, and I will also include the BRS website in the text description box. I will also include a top 10 or maybe top 20 list of small fixed blades for EDC, so you can browse those links, check them out. All right, my final conclusions. Definitely a pretty cool thing for two reasons, or it appeals to two groups. One, the first group would be those people that I mentioned that prefer to carry a small fixed blade instead of a folder, right? And the other group would be Tuffknives fans, people who have followed him for years and years. Man, there's people years ago, there's people that were kids when he started that are like adults now, like that are like in the military, right? They're overseas, people grew up watching that, right? So this is, from the mind of Tuffknives, who was smart enough to basically bring his work directly to YouTube, which contributed to his success. If you're a knife maker and you've got talent, you've got drive, put yourself out there, right? They say publish or perish, right? Tuffknives put himself out there. He took the criticism, and there's quite a bit on the forum sometimes. He took the criticism, and he also got the praise and reaped the benefits, right? So let that be a lesson to future knife makers, right? Back in the day, people would grind it out at different, like small knife shows, and you would apprentice and try to get in a magazine. These days, put it on YouTube. Put it on Instagram. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been We All Juggle Knives. Check out all the links, and I am out.